What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Geoffrey, and I'm going to do 2 more chapters of my digital escape, starting with A Ode to Geoffrey. Geoffrey had just woken up from his precognitive vision that he had, but it wasn't the first time that he had a precognitive vision. The first time he had one was in May 2024, when he had an anxiety panic attack. After his hospital visit, he had sensed a difference in how everyone was acting. Geoffrey got ready for the party that was being held for him for saving Archer. Geoffrey and Moonstone go out for a little walk. Geoffrey: it is peaceful here in the meadows, Moonstone. I remember this experience of being in the meadows when I was younger. Moonstone: this meadow is one of my favorite places, and I don't know what I would do if something bad happened to it. This place is peaceful and is a good sanctuary where the butterflies and bees get the pollen and nectar from the flowers. Geoffrey: oh yeah, it's definitely a peaceful place here. Come to think of it, I haven't told you about Raven Academy at its finest details. Of course, you already know about the aura, but I wasn't sure if you knew about why my wizard teachers call me Tobias. The reason why is the name was my code name, and to also help mask my normal identity as in a dire situation. When me and my friend Antonio went out to find the aura, we figured out who was manipulating it. And after defeating the manipulator, Raven Academy was safe thanks to me and Antonio. Moonstone: that is very interesting. For me, I have been studying the Jedi Code and Jedi Force when I discovered about Star Wars. When I played one of the games, I really liked it. Geoffrey: yeah, I remember the reason I like Star Wars is because I saw episodes 1 to 9. I also remember when Family Guy would parody Star Wars, episodes 4, 5, and 6. I still kind of imagine what Family Guy version of episode 7 would look like. But who would play as Rey in that Family Guy version? Moonstone: who knows? Hopefully it isn't, or it is or isn't Meg. We just let the creator of Family Guy decide. Geoffrey: yeah, that would definitely make sense. To be honest, seeing people hate on Meg Griffin is equivalent to how people laugh at how Squidward gets hurt in most SpongeBob episodes. Moonstone: yeah, it definitely is like that. Plus, hurting someone with a rough past is just sickening. Geoffrey: agreed. Those that tried to wrong me for something that was self-defense in 2019 definitely should realize that their mistake caused a futile error on their own reputations. Just then, Rainbow Dash shows up to both of them. Rainbow Dash: I've come to inform you both that the party is ready. We gotta get there before Geoffrey does. Rainbow Dash zooms off to where the party is. Moonstone: up for a little run, Geoffrey? Geoffrey, into chuckling mode. Oh yeah, I'm ready for a run. Both of them run to the party and make it to the party just in time. Everyone: surprise! Thank you, Geoffrey. Geoffrey looks around at everyone who is congratulating him for saving the world once again for the 3rd time. Geoffrey: oh, you guys. Soon everyone is having a great time talking and mingling with each other, as well as laughing and enjoying the food and games. Delaney: Geoffrey, you have been one of my best as a friend since you and I have met on Ponytown back in around late 2017 and early 2018. I've always wondered why you chose your pony form to be green. Geoffrey: well, Delaney, the reason why I chose green is because there wasn't that much green characters in My Little Pony at the time when I joined the Brony fandom, which was when the show started at season 1, so I am considered as a G4 pioneer. Delaney: that is very interesting. And Rainbow Dash is your younger sister? Geoffrey: yes, indeed. Rainbow Dash is my younger sister, and she's capable of catching up to me in a race. And just like her, I can do a sonic boom effect. Except I don't do a rain boom. I do the radical red boom, also known as the radical red burst, which is actually stronger than the sonic rain boom. Rainbow Dash: agreed. My brother is really fast. Speaking of which, Geoffrey, did you make it to Haven and get that wish? Geoffrey: why, yes, I did. I wished to talk to a friend I knew back in 2020. Knowing that she is still alive makes me relieved, because I felt worried on why she deactivated her socials. Lyra: well, Geoffrey, you still have all of us that are on your side. Archer: yeah, and you saved me and destroyed that blight, which is why I want to apologize to you for what I said to you in 2021. I didn't know that you just wanted to be creative for the movie idea that could have worked. Geoffrey: it's okay, Archer. I forgive you because technically you are an inspiration to me with your AU stories like The Blight and even your comedy skits with other ponies. Archer: Thanks, Geoffrey. I was just hoping you wouldn't give off a bad impression on me. Geoffrey, it's okay. Just then, as everyone is talking with each other, Adam shows up. Geoffrey, Adam? Adam, Geoffrey, you are alive and well. Listen, I'm having a bit of trouble on searching for the EMP arc node that Hayes had. I'm still searching for it for the safety of the games. Geoffrey, good. The games deserve to be safe. Speaking of which, I beat the game of EVE, aka EDE, aka Sage. Adam, so what does that mean now, knowing that you won, Geoffrey? Geoffrey, I say we continue partying and have fun. This party place even has a swimming pool. Adam, I would stay, but I still have to search for the arc node. Adam runs off to search for the arc node. Geoffrey, good luck, Adam. Minotaur, didn't you realize that something about him now, Geoffrey? He's not a bot anymore, as he's now a real person. Geoffrey, so let me get this straight, Mino. Adam was teleported to the real world, which turned him into a real person? That is neat. Minotaur, yeah, it is, Geoffrey. And I was wondering, since you showed yourself worthy of a new chance for Ponytown, I was wondering if you can play it again for us so we can keep it flourishing. Geoffrey, well, thanks, Mino. I'll see if I can do it in my spare time. And now for the next chapter, Geoffrey's Extravaganza. Geoffrey had recently been allowed back into Ponytown by Mino. However, he's still hesitant if there were any other players that gave off a bad first impression from him. Geoffrey looks at his iPhone 15 Pro Max and looks at the login to Ponytown option. However, a different type of sudden urge causes him to not log on. It was almost as if Geoffrey matured a bit during his adventure. Just then, Jeff Daza walks into his room. Jeff Daza, hey, Geo, are you coming to the party that is at the park? There'll be games and food. Geoffrey, yeah, I am. I was just looking at a old game I used to play. Jeff Daza, what was the game? Was it the game that we both played and you made to Haven? Geoffrey, nah, it was just one of my favorite games for me whenever I wanted to pass some time. It was called Ponytown, a game where you can play as your OC and talk to other Ponytown players on it. Jeff Daza, okay, just know that we are going to the mall after this party. Geoffrey, okay, JD, sounds cool. Geoffrey decides to log on to Ponytown, sees all of his characters alive and well. He's hesitant to join a server, so he decides to check out the Edit Pony section. He sees a bunch of new accessories, patterns, manes, tails, horns, wings, and clothes, but he keeps his OC the same, as that is what distinguishes him from other players. He then joins the 18 plus server and sees a map that had gone a bit of an overhaul. He was confused as to why they added the bread store, but shrugged it off as part of the update. Geoffrey, it feels very strangely nostalgic being on here after 5 years of unfair treatment. Geoffrey walks around and sees a few of his friends. They are excited to see him and very happy too. Sky, oh my, OMG everyone, look, it's Geoffrey! Alice, well, I'll be surprised. He helped me out of that portal when I was in hypersleep. Gip, how long were you in hypersleep, Alice? Alice, not too long. The pod had plenty of food supply in case I needed food. Damien, fair enough. Anyways, it's good to see you on the game again, Geoffrey. How long have you been since our last experience? Geoffrey, it was good. I did see this game got a lot bigger, but doesn't that risk the chance of more toxicity of behavior from this game? CJ, sometimes it's worth the risk, Geoffrey. Geoffrey looks at CJ walk up to him. Geoffrey, CJ? Haven't heard from you for a while. What's going on with you? CJ, well, nothing much. I've heard that you totally redeemed yourself by saving the world 3 times now, so technically you also saved Ponytown as well. Geoffrey in confusion. I don't understand, like, how did I save this game? Teal Rafa JP2. In simple, you played the digital glasses made to Haven. Remember the wish that you made to talk to your friend Bestia, aka Felicia? She made a deal to let us back on Ponytown in trade of her social accounts being temporarily shut down. She didn't need them at the time, so she was happy to oblige. But don't worry, she's back here now too. Miojar, agreed. I also survived the gunshot wound when you were fighting Hayes, Geoffrey. The doctors said that you and I would make a good recovery. I recovered first while the doctors kept check on you. I'm kind of surprised that you didn't join us on Ponytown months ago or on the 4th of July. Why is that? Geoffrey, Well, you see, I felt this weird split space going on last year, and I had to jump into a lake to fix everything. Plus, there's still some folks who still bear a grudge on me from my past mistake on 2020. Miojar, you don't have to worry about that, as that stuff was debunked. You're innocent, Geoffrey. CJ, and you always were innocent. We were just skeptical about those rumors because we know the topic was a serious matter. Geoffrey, oh, fair enough. Makes legit sense on why I was absent when I should have played this game. I've been away so long, especially when during May 2020 when I was going to retire from the game. Sky, you were originally going to retire from Ponytown at one point, Geoffrey? But why though? Geoffrey, I don't know. It just didn't feel right. Especially when people were dealing with their own set of drama. Plus, I needed a break. RTI, well, we are always glad to have you in our community, Geoffrey. I was also checking your progress, even though I was kind of busy at times. You've shown that you are a true brony, Geoffrey. Not many people in the My Little Pony community have shown that potential, as it's very rare. Geoffrey, thanks, RTI. You are one of my good friends and also a very good voice of reason, too. Also, I saw this episode of the regular show where the golf cart talks and has sentience, and the voice sounded almost like yours, even if it was technically a different actor. RTI chuckles. Well, sometimes people share similar voices. Geoffrey, anyways, I gotta get to some party in real life. I'll see y'all soon. Geoffrey logs out of Ponytown and goes to the party at the park. There are games and food and even other fun activities to do. Geoffrey, wait, why do they have water balloons here? Too? John, yep, which means I'm still gonna splash you with the water balloons. Geoffrey, don't test your luck, John. Remember last year when we went to a party at a different group home and you were gonna dunk me with water from the big bucket? I used my reverse psychology to make the bucket dunk the water on you. John, yeah, but I didn't expect you to counter that move right there. Dave, so Geoffrey, did you see the recent news there being a second Five Nights at Freddy's film? Geoffrey, yes, I did, as I watched the first film. I do know that the toy animatronics will be in it. James, yeah, I know that we couldn't do much of the day program with Cinco de Mayo as the Disney Plus wasn't working, so we'll get it resolved. A few hours later, Geoffrey and his two housemates John and JD go to the mall with Dave, Dean, and Delaney also come for the ride. Soon they make it to the mall, and Geoffrey gets the first store visit option. Geoffrey, let's visit stores like FYE, Spencer's, Hot Topic, GameStop, and even the cat store with all the cats. Delaney, good idea. I enjoy them all. Also, can we visit the Miniso store? Geoffrey, why yes, of course. I've went there a few times by your request. It's actually pretty cool. Jeff Daza, I might as well look around and see if I could get some shoes or something. And so Geoffrey and his friends visit some of the stores and find some good stuff to buy. Then they head downstairs to visit Spencer's and Hot Topic. Geoffrey goes into the Spencer store and sees the female employee that is good friends with him, as she also knows some of the things he likes. After they talk, Geoffrey visits the Hot Topic next door and looks at the t-shirts and sees two My Little Pony designs, one of the main six and the other of Derpy Hooves, asking if anyone had muffins. Geoffrey was surprised to see the G4 My Little Pony was still getting new merchandise still. After buying a GE Entertainment plush of Tails, Geoffrey and his friends visit the Toys R Us section at Macy's. Geoffrey sees something that he wanted for a while, but he never had the opportunity to get it. It was a giant Yoshi figure that talks and made noises that were related to Yoshi's story. Donnie, what is that Yoshi toy? Geoffrey, that is the Let's Go Yoshi made by Jakks Pacific. I wanted it on my Christmas list, but I never got it. Although, hopefully someday I will get it so I can recreate a old stop-motion video I did of Yoshi being the size of Godzilla in toy format. Delaney, fair enough. It is kind of pricey, too. Geoffrey, yeah. Each toy and figurine is unique in price, but in quick assembly, they are always close to being the same, except for a small detail like an eye being painted a little higher. Later, they head back home to Geoffrey's mansion to watch a movie. Geoffrey, I have an idea for a movie, everyone. Let's watch the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Delaney, good idea, Geoffrey. SpongeBob's one of the greatest shows on Nickelodeon. Geoffrey, heck yeah. Author's note, the next chapter is coming soon. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed those two chapters. I just want to know that I've got one more season of My Digital Escape to do, which is season 9, and I'm gonna wrap up the series. it's going to end on a good note. But before I do season 9, I'm going to do a rework on season 1. Because season 1's a bit of a mess. But what will that mean after the rework of season 1 and as well as the completion of season 9? Will I still do the Halloween episode and the Christmas special, as well as the birthday bash episode? Yes, I will. Those will be like special episodes, like specifically the Halloween and the Christmas episodes, like how I saved Halloween and Christmas. Like those will be made as well. So stay tuned for those eventually after my digital escape is complete. So I hope you enjoy and thank you for being patient.